Okay, this is meant to be an informative video on how to tube feed either a puppy or, in this particular case, a fox kit. This guy is 12 weeks old. 2 weeks old. And we try to monitor their weight as they grow, and he was falling way behind his litter mates. He was very skinny and tiny. So we decided to pull him in the house, and we also pulled one of his brothers in because they do better when they have a litter mate to snuggle with. And this is to show you, this is the little guy that we brought in, and this is his much bigger brother. And he's actually eating probably twice the amount that this guy is eating. So when you go to tube feed fox kits in particular, puppies work well on Espalac, fox kits do not. So the best thing you would want to feed them is a formula made from goat's milk. Fortunately, we raise goats, and we have access to fresh goat's milk. In the description of this video, I will put up the formula that we use for goat's milk. So the first thing you want to do with this guy is you want to make sure he's peed and pooped, which I have already done. We usually use toilet tissue, and you just rub their bottoms until they pee or poop. Sometimes they poop, sometimes they don't. But he's already been done. Then you want to get a weight on him. You want to use like a good digital scale. We've got a kitchen one that we use. And he weighed in at 209 grams, which is also 7.35 ounces. And a good rule of thumb when feeding is to feed 1 ml, which is also 1 cc, per ounce of body weight. So I am going to be using this 12 cc syringe, and being 7.3 ounces, he should get 7.5 ounces of formula. Attached to this syringe is a baby animal feeding tube. It's a number 8. It's probably getting to the point where it's a little too small, but it's working well right now for him, so we're just staying with it. He could probably be graduated to a larger gauge feeding tube. And then the last thing you want to do before you start the feeding process is you need to measure how far you're going to insert the tube. So you kind of hold him in a manner where his neck is slightly outstretched, and you're going to guess the tip of the tube to his nose, following along his body to kind of where his ribs end, which is about right here. And we have marked on the tube that point. So now we are ready. Also, one final note, when you do pull up formula in the syringe, you need to make sure air bubbles are out. So you kind of get all the air bubbles to the top and then squeeze out until just formula comes out. All right, this guy is ready. So I'm going to just put a little bit of formula on the tip so he can taste it and it helps it go down better. Kind of want to gently hold the head on either side, and you just kind of get it started. He has caught on to what's going on and he doesn't like it, so he's refusing to open his mouth. So you got to kind of work at it a little bit. But once you get the mouth open, you want him to swallow. And as he swallows, you keep inserting the tube. Swallowing ensures that it's going down the esophagus and not the windpipe. Sometimes they gag, and if that happens, then you just stop, pull back a little until they start swallowing again. You get it going. Come on, buddy. I know. This is no fun. We're up to that point. Now, if you have somebody helping you, you just hold the tube at that point and they will depress the plunger on the syringe. If you don't, you can hold still his head with the fingers like so and then depress the plunger with your other hand. You always need to make sure, though, that no formula is being regurgitated. If that happens, you need to stop because you do not have proper placement on the tube. And then when you're done, you slowly pull the tube out. One other thing I did not mention, working with these syringes and tubes, it's a good thing to make sure they're, for sanitary reasons, you should boil them ahead of time, just to make sure there's nothing bad going on in there. And then little man here is now happy, belly full, ready to go back to bed. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll be sure to answer. Thank you very much. Bye.